there, it's Miss Heather at the Stuart C. Meyer Harker Heights Public Library. We're here again for another episode of Moon Quest. It's your Choose Your Own Adventure book. We'd like to thank ChoiceCo for letting us read this book today and every other week that we've been reading it. Last week, you had your choice between accepting the alien knowledge or not accepting the alien knowledge. So clearly, we chose to accept the alien knowledge because that just sounds like more fun. So let's see what happens. You tell the alien you will accept the offer. Very well then, I believe you have made the correct choice. Be forewarned, the assimilation process will be disorienting. Okay, but make it quick or I might change my mind, you say, trying not to think about what you're agreeing to. Thank you, the image says. Then he disappears. The inside of your head becomes a jumble of colors and sensations. You can't tell if 1 hour or 1 century passes as you live and experience the lives of the aliens. You cry for their pain and misunderstandings, but also experience the love they felt. Some of what happens is incomprehensible to you at first, but as you are wrapped in the experiences of the whole race, you gain insight into the dreams and fears that cause them to behave in their own particular way. The aliens, who thought of themselves as the Chanalara, or the people who dream, place tremendous importance on the ability to draw others into their thoughts. The closet human equivalent could be telepathy. You realize this is what happened when you were talking to the alien being. The Chanalara did not see with their eyes the ways humans do, but they did absorb wavelengths of electromagnetic radiation through their bodies. Some of the art they created reached levels of complexity you could never have imagined, but they also used their gifts for torture and war. After a time, the thoughts and experiences of the Chanalara recede a little. You feel full of their knowledge. Not only are you aware of what they did, you also know how to do it yourself. Without having to test your ability, you know that you can bring all of humanity into your dream. No single Chanalara would have been able to do this. You know that you now have the power to stop all human pain and misunderstanding. By bringing others into your dream, you can make people reject war and prejudice. Peace will become the natural state. Do I have the right to make people do what I want, you ask yourself? You realize that you are back in your body. When you look at the clock in the display panel of your helmet, you're surprised to see that only 15 minutes have passed since Dr. Nazer left you in this room. In that time, you have aged millions of years. You know the feelings and thoughts of countless others. Even in their alienness, they are much like humans. The one thing you do not know is why they died. The only life they have left is now within you. With the technology they possessed, you could help create a golden age of plenty. No one would go hungry and people would be freed from crushing pain and work. But you would have to bring everyone into the dream of peace. The memory of how that technology was warped to inflict pain and suffering is strong. Would people want me to give them this kind of peace and security? So that's the question we're left with. Your choices for next week are: if you decide that bringing others into your dream is the only way to stop war and suffering, that's one of your choices. And then deciding you do not have the right to make people do what you want them to do. That's a lot of power. Choose wisely. See you next week.